Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to rise and receive. It's Friday, at least here where I am in Oregon, USA, 9:30 a.m. And I'd like to welcome you to your 10-minute morning send-off designed to support you in receiving what you most want by unlearning struggle. So today, we're going to talk about support. Receiving support. So, if you're just getting here as we open up the space for others to arrive and you're settling in nice and early, I invite you to think about support in your life. Think about if and how you feel supported, if and how you feel unsupported, where you'd like more support, where you're bumping your head against the wall. Maybe you have mixed feelings about asking for and receiving support. So just take a breath while we're settling in to think about that for yourself so that this reading today becomes that much more relevant. So if you're new to me, my name is Sonia Miller. I'm a speaker, coach, and best-selling author, and I am passionate about teaching people how to receive their fulfillment by unlearning struggle. And one of the things I love to illuminate is that receiving is the most natural thing in the world because it's based on being versus doing. So it's actually incredibly simple and incredibly easy, but we have sort of forgotten, maybe have never known how to actually receive because what we've been well trained in our culture, the United States specifically, but certainly this time in our planet, we've learned how to work hard. And so working hard is great, but if you don't know when to stop, if you don't know how to receive when you finally do stop, then what we tend to do is, like Einstein said, it's, insanity is just doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So we work hard, work hard, work hard. But how do we finally receive everything that we've been working hard? That's what we unpack and support here at Rise and Receive. So each morning, Monday through Friday, I read one card that I've pulled from my brand new Receive card deck. There's a receiving principle that I'll read to you, I'll unpack it, and then I'll send you off on your day with a willingness mantra that is designed to activate the power of invitation. And invitation, in counterbalance to intention, which is the masculine model of power, invitation based in the feminine model of power, allows you to access and receive in ways better than you could ever imagine because it's beyond the mind. It's based in essence versus form. So that's what we're going to do today. So thanks for being here. It's great to see you all, and we're welcoming those who will watch either live or on the recording. And I invite you now to sit back. I'm going to read to you the Receive Support card. Let these words wash over you, and you can always come back and listen again. All right, so deep breath. Breathing is always a great way to shift into receiving. Here we go. Receive support. While some of us lean more towards independence and some of us lean more towards dependence, the ability to ask for and receive healthy support is essential to the quality of your life. Yet, if taken to either extreme, from overdependence to fierce independence, we limit our capacity to flourish and receive the fulfillment that life offers. If you are dependent on support, you may enjoy the contribution of others and benefit from assistance, emotional encouragement, and creative collaboration. But if you overly rely on support and lack your personal North Star, extreme dependency may restrict your connection to your personal and unique life force. Support then becomes a crutch, and you might believe that the best you can do is hobble along through life while missing the chance to discover how to run or even soar. If you're fiercely independent, you may shun support. While living life on your own terms and taking 100% of the credit for your accomplishments can be quite gratifying, you might miss the opportunity to share your successes with another who truly understands your cause for celebration. On the flip side, when you need to rest or take your foot off the gas, the engine comes to a stop. Without support, all momentum stalls. And when you hit a setback, it's up to you to find the will and the strength to keep going. While support can allow you to thrive and not merely survive, you may struggle when you unknowingly sabotage yourself in relationship to support. You may believe that you shouldn't need support, that you should be able to do it all alone, or that your need for support is a sign of weakness. You may struggle to actually receive support when you need it or recognize that it's being offered. You might believe that if you receive support, you are now indebted or beholden. Perhaps you've learned that receiving support comes with strings attached. And asking for support may be foreign or feel simply too vulnerable. If receiving support is a challenge for you, remember that all unlearning begins with awareness, and all receiving begins with willingness. Whether you're inspired to access your personal power with more confidence, or you sense it would serve you to soften your fierce independence, the right kind of support will help you to bring out your best. And know this: no single person, resource, or agency is your source of support. These are merely channels through which life's kindness flows. There is one source and infinite channels of support. Practice becoming aware of when life feels harder than it needs to be. When you notice this feeling, stop, breathe deeply, and feel your body expand to receive support in whatever way life offers. Then call upon the power of willingness to receive this support graciously. When it arrives or when it's offered, practice saying, "Yes, thank you," and simply receive. So that is the Receive Support card. As always, I hope that it's illuminating something for you, giving you pause to consider where you are in your own relationship to asking for support, receiving support, how you feel about it, how you might open up to more of it, because it's here. It's always here. And with that, I'm going to offer your willingness mantra for the day. As always, take it on. You can write it down. You can come back and listen to it, especially if you feel and notice that life feels harder than it needs to be. Trust that feeling, because truly a little bit of struggle, some struggle is a part of life, but a lot of struggle is learned. A lot of that hard work struggle is learned, and we can unlearn it, and receiving support is one way to do it. So pay attention to that feeling, and instead of just running with, yep, life is hard, life's a struggle, notice that thought and be aware, and then be willing to have a different reality. So here we go. I am willing to receive support in ways better than I ever imagined possible. I am willing to receive support in ways better than I ever imagined possible. Try it on. I'd love to hear down below or in the future here on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're watching this, how this lands for you and what you experience and what you notice and what you receive into your life. So receiving support. All right. Well, with this, I'd love to unpack this a little bit more. I love to share some personal stories because I know that this is often a way that people really connect with the possibilities in their own life. And I'll share my first experience of really becoming aware of how unreceptive I was to support. So back in 1989, I did a women's empowerment weekend. It was all about engaging in the process of locating the source of my power and experiencing that and expressing that in my relationships and in the world. And once I did the women's weekend, I was then a part of a women's group. I was part of a women's team, and they started us off by having us write down our goals. And then the idea was, write down your goals, you're going to share them, and you're going to receive support here. And I had a buddy in that And we've often laughed about this, but I remember specifically telling this friend of mine, this new friend of mine, and I think I actually announced it to the whole team. I said, well, I'm going to write down my goals, but I don't need your support. I said, I set my own goals. I make them happen. I'm just fine. I can do it on my own. Thank you very much. And that was that was all I knew. That was all I knew. Now, part of it was because fierce independence and self-sufficiency and my ability to make things happen was highly rewarded in my house. And so I'm still very competent. I can achieve a lot. I have achieved a lot. But what I didn't realize at the time, and what that really opened up for me the first time in my life, was, yeah, I could do it. I could do it by myself, right? All of us are, many of us are very capable, especially people that seem to be attracted to the work that I do. People around me are high functioning, high achieving, really amazing hard workers. But, we're struggling. We struggle. Life is often harder than it needs to be. And so that was the beginning of learning, yeah, I could do it by myself, but I can either walk towards my dreams or I can fly towards my dreams if I let others be the wind beneath my wings. So as I opened up to that possibility, for the next 10 years in this women's organization, I got to see both how support could help me, but how resistant I was to receiving it. And as I moved up as a leader in this organization, I realized that one of the reasons, and this was very deeply ingrained, I didn't realize it, but I realized that I did not believe I could be an effective leader because deep, deep down, I did not believe that in my situation, women would fight with me and by my side, that they would stand by my side and really help me in a common vision. I did not trust women. So that was this whole other thing about my issues with women and my issues with not trusting women. And so this idea of support can go very deep because you can start to realize, I'm game, I need support. But then as we start to open up to it, we realize how afraid we are of opening up to it. Our trust issues with other people, our capacity to receive. We have mixed feelings. On the one hand, we have felt alone and may want support, but on the other hand, when it's here, we have struggled receiving it because we've never really known how. Okay, so just know that, like all things with receiving, it can go really deep. And that's the power. That's one of the reasons we struggle, is we rely on overfunctioning just because it's familiar and it's actually more comfortable in some ways, because that way we're in control. But if we want to unlearn struggle, it does require a level of openness, a level of vulnerability, to ask for support, to receive for support. But then again, the payoff in that is that you can fly to your dreams. You can soar, you can run. You're not just working hard all the time and then left to your own devices to nurture your wounds and rest and then get the momentum going again. So I hope that this will inspire you to go to the next level of receiving support in your life. And if there's one more concept I really want to illuminate, is this idea again. There is one source and infinite channels. Life itself is the source of your support. No one person or condition or job or situation or whatever is your source. So if one source of support, or one seeming source, if one channel of support dries up or doesn't pan out for you, keep staying open. Again, the willingness mantra. I am willing to receive support in ways better than I ever imagined possible. If you stay open and unattached to where that support comes from, it will show up. That's what it's about, to receive support. You stay open to the concept of support and let the form reveal itself. Okay, I hope this is helpful. I hope it sends you off into your weekend ready to receive in ways better than you ever imagined. If you like this, if you think it will help others, please like, please share. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe. It'll keep notifying you when I release a new video. And if you like what you're getting here, if you like the received cards and the messages that are coming through to you every morning, please sign up for the early bird list. Just go to receivecarddeck.com, put your name and email in, and I will be sure to let you know as soon as they become available for you to purchase. and also to learn about special bonuses and receiving opportunities. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, a great weekend, and I will see you next Monday at Rise and Receive. Bye, everybody.